So I asked AI to help fix my mindset, it said.
Let's start by being open-minded.
And then I said, how about you be open-minded to the fact that I'm not changing? The team at Mentors Mindset has a great mix of strengths, and we all bring something different to the table. One team member, known for their strong sense of stubbornness, even explored whether AI might offer a fresh perspective how to shift their mindset. Just out of curiosity, of course, this is their take on it. In today's video, I'm putting AI head-to-head with the immovable object known as me, a very stubborn, occasionally emotionally unavailable, mildly sarcastic individual. What you'll learn today: why your mindset might be more stubborn than helpful. What AI gets right and hilariously wrong about changing human behavior. And how to shift your mindset without becoming someone you don't even recognize. And most importantly, how to laugh at yourself while doing all of the above, because healing without humor is just homework. Welcome back to Mentors Mindset. Let's clear something up. I'm not stubborn, I'm loyal to my perspective. Sure, I've had the same argument with my best friend for over 20 years, and yes, I still use the same ringtone from 2002. But that's not stubbornness, that's tradition.
Would you like help challenging a limiting belief today?
No thanks, I've grown very attached to my limitations. We cuddle at night, limiting beliefs, still a better love story than Twilight. Honestly, most of my beliefs have tenure. They've been around so long they think they're professors. I don't even remember choosing them. They were just always there, like the smell of toast in the kitchen or the sound of my gran shouting at the telly when someone tries to challenge them. I don't hear, "Let's evolve," I hear, "Abandon everything you've ever known." No, thank you. I thought ChatGPT would hype me up like a best friend. Instead, it hit me with this.
It sounds like you might be avoiding discomfort to protect your self-image.
Excuse me? Who invited Freud to the group chat? The AI thinks I'm avoiding growth, but I say I'm not avoiding growth. I'm just committed to consistency. Even if that consistency involves self-sabotage, I genuinely hope not.
What makes you feel most resistant to change?
The fact that you asked me that question, I expected motivational quotes, you know? "You got this! Keep shining!" Instead I got,
Let's explore your avoidant coping mechanisms.
"Listen, Robot Gandalf, I didn't come here to be exposed. I came for vibes. It's wild how polite the AI is while absolutely dragging your soul across the carpet. It says things like,
There's no judgment here.
right before it suggests I have deep abandonment wounds masked as independence. So then I tried a reflective exercise, speak to your inner child, AI says.
Imagine 7-year-old you is sitting beside you. What would you say?
Oh no, that kid still holds a grudge because I didn't let us pursue sports. Turns out my inner child is also stubborn and sarcastic. The apple didn't fall far. He looked at me with arms folded and said,
"So we're still pretending we're fine, huh?"
Oh, I said, "Don't start." He said,
"We could have been traveling around the world right now as a celebrity or even an influencer, but you chose math homework and mediocrity."
And that's the thing about inner work. It's not always peaceful. Sometimes it's just sitting with an earlier version of yourself and explaining why you abandoned all the dreams they had and trying not to cry while doing it. But beneath the jokes, there was a moment, a pause, where I realized, wow, I've been stubborn not just to others, but to my younger self, to what I actually wanted. And honestly, that's when I realized most of our so-called stubbornness is just fear in disguise, fear of failure, fear of being wrong, fear of becoming someone we don't recognize. Here's a fun fact. I can rationalize anything, absolutely anything. Example, maybe I don't need to change. The world just needs to accept my flaws like an IKEA return policy. AI, bless its digital heart, doesn't give up. It goes,
Reframing your thoughts might support emotional growth.
cool. Or I can just blame Mercury retrograde and order pizza.
You may be projecting.
No, I'm reflecting with conviction. Truth is, we build entire palaces around our discomfort zones. We decorate them, we put fairy lights up and call it self-acceptance. But really, it's just fear in a better outfit. But beneath the jokes, there's truth. We negotiate with reality when we feel powerless to change it. So sometimes stubbornness is just a secret cry for control. Growth is like the gym. You say you're going, you buy the outfit. Then your mindset says, let's just sit in the car park and scroll Instagram. AI workout plan.
5 reps of self-awareness. 3 sets of uncomfortable truths. Finish with a protein shake of emotional regulation.
Meanwhile, I'm doing reps of denial, avoidance, and overthinking. My emotional flexibility is about as tight as my hamstrings, and just like stretching, it hurts in places I didn't know existed. Every time I try a growth habit, my brain goes, "We tried that once back in 2016, it was awkward, let's never speak of it again." Here's the real issue. I don't like being told what to do. Not by AI, not by people, not even by the facts. Just because it's true doesn't mean I have to believe it. That's called independence. Truth is, facts feel like insults when you're not ready. Someone says, "You might be stuck in a pattern," and my first instinct is to say, "So's my face." It's not that I can't change, it's that I want it to feel like my idea, which is tricky when an algorithm gets there before I do. But maybe the truth isn't an enemy, it's a mirror, and sometimes the mirror is brutal, especially if you haven't slept and your reflection says, "This is who you're arguing on behalf of." Touché reflection, touché. Look, I know change isn't easy, especially when being stubborn has been a survival tool. It helped me protect myself, prove myself. Sometimes it was all I had. When life gets unpredictable, your mindset becomes your armor. Even if it weighs you down, at least it's yours. But the same mindset that once kept me safe now keeps me stuck. And maybe, just maybe, AI didn't come to fight me. Maybe it came to partner with me. And maybe, deep down, I'm ready. Not to become someone else, but to finally become someone honest. Because you know what's stronger than stubbornness? Self-awareness with a sense of humor. You ever notice how sometimes you enjoy being stuck? I mean, not in a healthy way, but in that, "At least I know how this story ends" kind of way. There's a strange comfort in struggling. You know it, you can predict it, you've built jokes around it, you've built an identity around it. You tell your friends, "Oh, I'm just like this," and they laugh, and now you're entertaining your trauma. I started to realize maybe part of me was addicted to my own sabotage. Not because I love suffering, but because success would force me to change the narrative. And changing the narrative means rewriting how I see myself. AI says,
Try visualizing what it would feel like to actually succeed.
and my brain said 404 error, image not found. Because we talk about fear of failure all the time, but fear of success, that one's sneakier. It's the voice that says, if you succeed, everyone will expect it from you and you'll mess it up. So we stay stuck. Because stuck is predictable, and predictable feels safe, but safety and joy aren't the same thing. Reflection. I realized my stubbornness wasn't just about being right. It was about clinging to the identity of the struggler, the underdog, the one who fights alone. But what if I'm allowed to win, even if I don't struggle first? So what's the takeaway, you asked? Well, I didn't let AI win, but I did listen. And in the process, I realized this: your mindset isn't your enemy, but it is like an old roommate that needs a few house rules. Here are the 3 simple rules. Rule number 1, no yelling. That's just how I am past midnight. Rule 2, if you're going to doubt yourself, at least be creative about it. Rule 3, growth is allowed to feel weird, and maybe you don't need a total personality overhaul, just a little editing. So the next time someone or something challenges your mindset, before you say, "Nah, I'm good," ask yourself, what if this discomfort is the beginning of an upgrade? Thanks for watching AI versus my stubborn mindset. If you laughed, learned, or argued with me in your head, hit like, subscribe, and drop a comment. What's the most ridiculous belief you refuse to let go of? Mine, that I could have been a ninja if I just committed. Join the Mentors Mindset community, where being stubborn is fine as long as you're stubborn about healing too. And if you see AI recommending breathing exercises, just remember it's not judging you. It's just politely suggesting you stop spiraling. Growth doesn't mean changing who you are. It means becoming less afraid of who you've always been. So if AI helped me see that, even a little, then maybe this whole battle was worth it. See you next time.